Hey everybody, before you continue watching the video, make sure you give the channel a like and subscribe. Go and follow us on Instagram. Go and check out all the different social media scenarios. Make sure if you're enjoying the content, go there, like, subscribe, follow, so we can keep putting stuff out. If you've got any questions, leave a comment. All right, make a comment on either of our pages and we'll answer them as soon as we can. Do you have any like things that you kind of like learnt through music or whatever that you can compare with jiu-jitsu or that might have helped?
Yeah, so
Because right now you're a purple belt at this point. How long have you been training at this point?
in terms of actual training
Yeah.
time, around just under 6 years.
Yeah.
About 6 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've probably been here just about 7, but
A lot of time off
injuries,
and
there was
stuff,
some
yeah.
issues with COVID with my work, which I was delayed a bit longer than everyone else was coming
Yeah.
back. That's a whole other story. So 6 years, yeah. Mainly in terms of a skill set, there are a lot of things I could apply. Like, for example, like with double bass,
Yeah.
there's hand positions. So
Yeah.
there's a basis of technique. Like,
Yeah.
no one can get around. It has to be position. This position is how you do
Play
something.
bass, yeah.
So with double bass, there's no frets.
Yeah.
So everything, you have to learn this, like create a new neural pathway through doing it and the tactile feeling
Yeah.
of it. And you reach a point where you plateau, but then you like break through this next level and it just becomes normal. But the only way to do it is to just do it over and over and over and over
Repetition.
again. Like I'd get to these scales and it's like, blah, dun, dun. No, that's slightly a
Off.
millimeter off. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, good. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, that's slightly a millimeter off. Like for like 6 hours.
Yeah.
For hours. And it hurts your fingers and all that stuff. But you're like, I don't care if it hurts. Like, I just want to.
Make it right, yeah.
And it's that you have to be self-motivated, all that kind of stuff.
That's super interesting because I've never heard that perspective because, I don't have like a big music background, so, or any type of, musical kind of stuff. That's really interesting. For me, that's like exactly the same as you would drill with this technique, or a guy doing judo would just do the throw. Oh, the foot's off. Boom, do the throw, and just do the throw, and just go. The collar's in the wrong position. Oh, my foot's in there. Oh, didn't step correctly. Didn't turn my hips correctly, or whatever. And just the constant adjustment and like improvement on the thing until it gets to a point where it's actually effective and working. That's
and being aware, being like. Because you can go, oh, it didn't work. I'll try again with no plan. Oh, it didn't work. Like, it's almost like so it's, you've got to go, why didn't it work? How can I adjust?
Self-analysis, yeah.
And the first positive feedback I got, because it's like, look, to be honest, that first period, I was accepting the fact that I would get, with my smaller guy, that it'd be very painful and uncomfortable to start off with. But the first time I felt that there was a feeling of moving forward was after doing a first amount of like really drilling something over and over again, which was like, De La Riva and X-Guard and switching between the two, and then like triangles and arm bars off my back. And I found, because my first few competitions I did were very humbling. Like I didn't know the competition mindset. I didn't like I was listening to like J-pop and not stretching, and then like Tim Searle, I'm like, yeah, let's do this, and then like getting mounted and armbarred straight away. I was like, all right, and that's not going to happen again. And then developing some game at all, like, all right, I'm going to get. I mean, I remember Coach Thier was, he would always say, stick to your, play your game, be on, get first, do your game, be on top.
For competition,
For competition. So I felt like the first time I drilled something a lot, and I felt like it was like I could do it enough that I'm not thinking about it. Like it just comes naturally.
Autonomous, yeah.
And that was the first time I think in competition as a white belt, I actually would win a couple of matches in a row, and would actually, yeah, it was applicable in a scenario where the person's, I don't know the person and they're really trying to win. And that was the first like major joy I felt from it, where I was like, oh, like the works. I mean, it's on a slow look. It's a white belt comp, but you've got your goalpost low at that point. And I thought, oh, this is actually
say
something.
that that's like a similar parallel with like the performance stuff of music, like
Yeah.
where you when you go and do a performance, you're not going to play like some random song you don't know. You're going to play something that
Yeah.
you all have rehearsed and done
Yeah.
and whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, and when it counts, when the adrenaline, like adrenaline control, when it counts, it's kind of like you don't get to be in the mood or anything. It's like it's go time now. You got to
Yeah.
perform. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
How about like just being in a position where lots of people are looking at you and watching you? Like that was never something that was like causing a lot of anxiety that because you've done it before, or is it still just like a lot of the time anxiety comes from just the fact that you're doing something that's important to you.
Yeah.
And of course you're
Yeah.
going to get better at dealing with it, but it's never going to disappear, and you have to kind of make peace with the fact that that's going to be an emotional experience you're going to have. But like a lot of people that like I've talked to before that like in small settings where they used to fight MMA and do all this stuff, so when they go and compete in a jiu-jitsu competition, they're not stressed at all.
Totally.
You know what I mean? So do you think that might have helped at any time at all or not?
Oh, absolutely. And it was always a battle with myself. And it sounds like a major cliche, but I
Yeah.
was always, if I did badly, it's because I'd already lost before I'd even started. I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, it's okay if,
They get me or
yeah,
whatever.
or like I won my first match.
it doesn't matter if
It doesn't. If silver's okay, and then you go, no, like try your hardest to win the goal. What are you
I know,
doing?
but like
Thanks for watching the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure you give it a like, subscribe, and a follow. Check out all our different social media platforms. There's heaps of content coming out. There's different snippets and content on different platforms. So make sure you're on everything. And again, if it helped you out, recommend to somebody else, and hopefully it'll help them out too.